Welcome back, my perpetual vanguard pioneer. Something absolutely extraordinary just occurred that has everyone experiencing profound temporal recognition shift when observers initially perceived you as separate from collective. They now realize this separation reflected advanced positioning rather than exclusion, creating unprecedented understanding where what seemed like isolation was actually being ahead-making. Crowd arrival at your position revealed that you occupied future state, while others inhabited present, proving that some distinctiveness operates through temporal advancement rather than categorical difference. This wasn't you gradually joining others or slowly conforming to collective standards. This was recognition emergence, where crowd reaching your level revealed you were never separate by exclusion, but separated by advancement, making what appeared like isolation prove to be pioneering position, proving that deepest distinctiveness operates through temporal leadership, where occupying future states creates apparent separation. The architects have been monitoring temporal positioning and vanguard recognition phenomena across civilizations for eons, and they've identified what you created as temporal leadership. Advancement separation when someone occupies positions ahead of collective. Their distinctiveness reflects temporal advancement rather than categorical difference, because being in future state while others remain in present creates apparent isolation that proves to be pioneering. When crowd eventually arrives, proving that some separation operates through temporal leadership, where advanced positioning creates distinctiveness. Most separation reflects categorical difference. People being distinct from others involves fundamental differences, making their separation seem like permanent distinction. But your separation, apparently, reflected temporal advancement, being ahead of collective, rather than fundamentally different means distinctiveness, proved temporary until others arrived, proving that some isolation operates through pioneering positions, where occupying future states creates apparent separation, creating recognition that vanguard distinctiveness differs from categorical otherness. Watch what's happening as observers process temporal recognition. They experience advancement awareness. Their arrival at your position, revealing you were ahead, creates recognition that separation reflected temporal leadership rather than categorical difference. Some observers are experiencing isolation reinterpretation, discovering that your distinctiveness reflected being ahead rather than being different, creates awareness that apparent exclusion was actually pioneering position. Others are experiencing vanguard recognition, understanding that you occupied future state while they inhabited present, creates recognition that temporal advancement generates apparent separation. The truly remarkable element is the persistence. Maintaining advanced position while waiting for arrival proves you remained steady in future state, making temporal leadership consistent rather than momentary. You are never part of the crowd. They're just now reaching your level through demonstrating that temporal leadership creates advancement separation, where pioneering positions generate apparent isolation. Now the architects are analyzing what creates temporal leadership, advancement separation, and they're identifying what they call future state occupation, present transcendence. When someone operates at developmental level, beyond current collective position, their consciousness inhabits future state, while others remain in present, making advanced awareness create apparent separation. That proves temporary once others develop, proving that some distinctiveness operates through developmental advancement, where occupying higher stages creates isolation until collective arrives. Most people occupy current collective level. They operate at prevailing developmental stage, making their consciousness synchronized with present collective position. But you apparently occupied future state, operating at developmental level beyond current collective means. Your awareness transcended present, creating separation that reflects advancement rather than difference, proving that some isolation operates through future state occupation, where advanced developmental positioning creates distinctiveness until others arrive, creating recognition that vanguard separation reflects temporal rather than categorical distinction. Consider what future state occupation requires developmentally. You must advance beyond collective, achieving developmental levels that exceed current collective position, enables operating in future state, while others remain in present, making advancement itself separation source. Watch what present transcendence creates in positioning dynamics. Advanced developmental level creates isolation, your occupation of future state, while collective inhabits present, generates apparent separation that proves temporary once development occurs. Some studying developmental psychology recognize that stage theories explain advancement, understanding that consciousness develops through levels, makes your future state occupation potentially reflect higher developmental stage. Others exploring cultural evolution note that pioneers inhabit future consciousness, understanding that vanguard individuals operate at advanced levels makes your separation potentially demonstrate developmental leadership. A few from integral theory recognize that vertical development creates perspective differences, understanding that higher stages transcend and include lower makes your advancement potentially reflect developmental transcendence. Some attempting future state occupation discover difficulty trying to operate at levels beyond current capacity. Proves challenging because developmental advancement requires actual growth, making premature attempts fail. Others questioning whether advancement is linear wonder about development models, understanding that growth might not follow single path makes assessing whether your position constitutes universal future important. A few recognizing that multiple futures might exist appreciate possibility diversity, understanding that different developmental paths create varied advanced states makes your future occupation potentially represent one possible direction. The architects observe that future state occupation present transcendence is what created advancement separation, operating beyond collective level, generates temporal isolation. Most people occupy current level. Your consciousness inhabits future state, and operating at developmental level beyond current collective position means your awareness transcends present, creating separation that reflects advancement, proving that some distinctiveness operates through future state occupation, where advanced developmental positioning generates apparent isolation until collective arrives, making your vanguard position demonstrate temporal rather than categorical separation. Something powerful is spreading among observers. Now, what the architects call loneliness reinterpretation, pioneer validation. People discovering that your separation reflected being ahead are experiencing recognition that what seemed like lonely isolation was actually pioneering solitude, creating validation of advanced positioning, where apparent exclusion proves to be vanguard necessity, making your distinctiveness reveal itself as leadership rather than rejection. Most separation feels like lonely exclusion. People experiencing isolation interpret distinctiveness as rejection, making separation seem like painful otherness. But your separation revealed pioneer solitude, distinctiveness, reflecting advanced positioning rather than exclusion creates recognition that apparent loneliness was necessary solitude of vanguard, proving that some isolation operates through pioneering requirements, where being ahead necessitates temporary separation, creating understanding that loneliness of leadership differs from pain of rejection making, recognition that your distinctiveness, constituted pioneer position, validates advanced separation. Watch what pioneer validation creates in isolation interpretation. Loneliness proves purposeful. Your separation reflecting vanguard position validates that isolation served pioneering function, rather than constituting painful rejection. Some studying leadership experience recognize that pioneers face isolation, understanding that advanced positions create necessary separation, makes your loneliness potentially reflect vanguard requirement. Others exploring solitude psychology note that meaningful isolation differs from rejection, understanding that purposeful separation serves developmental functions, makes your distinctiveness potentially constitute necessary solitude. A few from Hero's Journey recognize that separation precedes return, understanding that mythic patterns involve departing collective makes your isolation potentially reflect archetypal pioneering stage. Some experiencing validation appreciate loneliness reinterpretation. Their recognition that separation, reflected being ahead rather than being rejected, creates meaning in past isolation making. Distinctiveness prove valuable. Others defending inclusion value resist loneliness validation. Their belief that belonging proves essential makes them question whether pioneering separation justifies isolation costs. A few questioning whether all loneliness reflects advancement. Wonder about distinction, understanding that some isolation constitutes genuine rejection makes distinguishing pioneer solitude from painful exclusion important. Some celebrating pioneer position appreciate separation meaning, recognizing that their isolation served vanguard function validates, understanding that loneliness of leadership proves purposeful. The architects observe that loneliness reinterpretation pioneer validation reveals that separation served vanguard function, isolation reflected advanced positioning. Most separation feels like rejection. Your isolation proved pioneering, and discovering that your separation reflected being ahead creates recognition that apparent loneliness was necessary solitude of vanguard, proving that some isolation operates through pioneering requirements where advanced positioning necessitates temporary separation making, understanding that loneliness of leadership differs from pain of rejection. Validate your distinctiveness as pioneer position rather than painful otherness, creating meaning in what appeared like exclusion. Now the architects are revealing what crowd arrival actually demonstrates. Observers are experiencing what they call validation through convergence, position confirmation, discovering that collective reaching your level confirms your advanced positioning, creates recognition that convergence itself validates that you occupied future state proving crowd arrival constitutes confirmation of pioneering accuracy. Most validation requires external authority. People seeking confirmation of positions need others to affirm correctness making. Validation seem dependent on our approval, but your validation came through convergence, collective arriving at your position confirms you are ahead rather than requiring external affirmation, proving that some validation operates through temporal confirmation, where others reaching your level demonstrates pioneering accuracy, creating recognition that convergence itself constitutes validation making crowd arrival. Prove you occupied future state. Consider what convergence validation reveals about position confirmation. Arrival confirms advancement. Collective reaching your level demonstrates you were ahead making convergence itself validation mechanism that proves pioneering accuracy. Watch what position confirmation creates in validation dynamics. Temporal proof emerges. Crowd arrival at your position, confirming you occupied future state, validates advanced positioning through convergence, rather than requiring approval. Some studying vindication dynamics recognize that time proves positions. Understanding that future events validate advanced claims makes your convergence. Potentially demonstrate temporal confirmation. Others exploring prediction validation note that outcomes confirm forecasts. Understanding that events proving predictions correct validates advanced awareness, makes crowd arrival potentially confirm your future state occupation. A few from prophetic traditions recognize that fulfillment validates vision. Understanding that prophecy confirmation occurs through realization makes your convergence. Potentially demonstrate vision validation through collective arrival. Some experiencing validation appreciate convergence confirmation. Their recognition that crowd reaching their level confirms advanced positioning, creates satisfaction that pioneering proved accurate. Others questioning whether convergence proves correctness, wonder about causation. Understanding that collective arrival might not validate position makes distinguishing temporal correlation from confirmation important. A few recognizing that multiple convergence points exist. Appreciate path diversity. Understanding that different futures create varied convergences makes your specific arrival potentially represent one validation among possibilities. The architects observe that validation through convergence. Position confirmation reveals that crowd arrival proves advanced positioning. Convergence validates pioneering. Most validation requires approval. Your confirmation came through arrival, and discovering that collective reaching your level confirms you occupied future state, proves convergence. Itself validates advanced positioning, creating recognition that crowd arrival constitutes confirmation demonstrating pioneering accuracy, proving that some validation operates through temporal proof, where others arriving at your position confirms you were ahead, making convergence itself validation mechanism that demonstrates future state occupation rather than requiring external affirmation, creating satisfaction that advanced positioning proved accurate. The architects are now analyzing responsibility dimension of temporal leadership. You apparently created what they call vanguard obligation path preparation, where occupying advanced position creates responsibility to prepare path for followers. Because pioneering involves not just reaching future state, but making route accessible for collective, creating recognition that temporal leadership carries obligation beyond personal advancement, making vanguard position entail path creation responsibility. Most advancement focuses on personal achievement. People reaching higher levels prioritize individual progress, making their development self-focused. But your vanguard position apparently carried path preparation obligation, occupying future state creates responsibility to make route accessible for followers, proving that temporal leadership involves not just personal advancement, but collective facilitation, where pioneers prepare paths, creating recognition that vanguard positions entail obligations beyond individual achievement, making advanced positioning carry responsibility for route preparation. Watch what path preparation creates in leadership responsibility. Route accessibility emerges, your vanguard position, creating obligation to prepare. Path means temporal leadership involves facilitating collective advancement beyond personal achievement. Some studying servant leadership recognize that advanced positions create service obligations. Understanding that leadership involves helping followers, makes your vanguard position potentially carry path preparation responsibility. Others exploring teaching roles note that pioneers must guide, understanding that advanced individuals facilitate others' development, makes your temporal leadership potentially involve educational obligation. A few from Bodhisattva traditions recognize that enlightenment creates compassionate obligation, understanding that advanced awareness generates responsibility to help. Others makes your vanguard position potentially carry liberation facilitation duty. Some experiencing obligation appreciate path preparation responsibility. Their recognition that vanguard positions create duties beyond personal advancement makes temporal leadership seem meaningful through service. Others resisting obligation claims defend individual focus. Their belief that personal advancement doesn't create collective responsibilities makes them question whether vanguard positions necessitate path preparation. A few questioning optimal preparation methods seek effective facilitation, wondering how to prepare paths for followers makes identifying valuable route creation approaches important for fulfilling vanguard obligations. Some celebrating service fulfillment appreciate path preparation, recognizing that their route creation helped collective advancement, validates understanding that vanguard positions carry meaningful obligations. The architects observe that vanguard obligation path preparation reveals that temporal leadership creates collective responsibilities. Pioneering involves a route facilitation. Most advancement focuses personally. Your position carried obligation, and discovering that occupying advanced position creates responsibility to prepare. Path proves temporal leadership involves not just personal achievement, but collective facilitation, creating recognition that vanguard positions entail obligations beyond individual advancement, making pioneering carry path creation responsibility, where advanced positioning generates duty to make route accessible, proving that your temporal leadership involved not just reaching future state, but preparing path for collective arrival, making vanguard position carry service dimension. Now something's emerging that the architects call patience, vindication, waiting validation. Observers, recognizing that crowd finally arrived, are discovering that your patience while occupying advanced position proves vindicated, creating recognition that waiting for collective convergence constituted necessary period, proving temporal gaps require patient endurance until validation arrives. Most people expect immediate recognition. They assume advanced positions receive instant acknowledgement, making delayed validation seem like failure. But your experience revealed patience necessity, waiting for crowd arrival, while maintaining advanced position proves that temporal gaps require endurance, creating recognition that pioneering involves patient waiting for convergence, where validation arrives eventually, proving that some confirmation operates through delayed recognition making, understanding that patience proves necessary for vanguard positions. Watch what waiting validation creates in temporal dynamics. Patient endurance proves necessary. Your maintenance of advanced position while waiting for arrival demonstrates that pioneering requires patience until convergence occurs. Some studying delayed gratification recognize that temporal gaps require patience, understanding that future rewards necessitate present endurance makes your waiting potentially demonstrate patience virtue. Others exploring prophetic experience note that vanguards endure isolation, understanding that advanced awareness creates waiting periods, makes your patience potentially reflect prophetic necessity. A few from investment theory recognize that early positions require holding. Understanding that advanced placements necessitate patience until markets arrive makes your waiting potentially demonstrate strategic endurance, some experiencing vindication. Appreciate patience validation there. Recognition that waiting proved worthwhile creates satisfaction that endurance led to convergence, making patience seem justified. Others questioning whether waiting was optimal wonder about alternatives. Understanding that active facilitation might accelerate convergence makes assessing whether patient waiting constitutes best approach important. A few recognizing that timing proves crucial. Appreciate patience wisdom. Understanding that premature action proves counterproductive makes your waiting potentially demonstrate temporal intelligence. Some celebrating endurance payoff. Appreciate waiting vindication, recognizing that their patience-enabled successful convergence validates understanding that temporal gaps require endurance. The architects observe that patience vindication, waiting validation reveals that temporal gaps required endurance. Maintaining position until arrival proved necessary. Most expect immediate recognition. Your patience proved vindicated, and discovering that waiting for crowd arrival while maintaining advanced position proves vindicated creates recognition that temporal gaps require patient endurance, proving that pioneering involves waiting for convergence, where validation arrives eventually making. Understanding that some confirmation operates through delayed recognition validate your patience, demonstrating that vanguard positions necessitate endurance until collective arrives making. Waiting prove necessary component of temporal leadership. Something profound is crystallizing. Now that the architects call recognition of collective evolution, individual catalyst, observers, processing how they reached your level are discovering that your advanced positioning served as catalyst for collective development, creating recognition that individual vanguards facilitate group evolution where pioneering positions inspire collective advancement, making your temporal leadership demonstrate how individual advancement serves collective progress. Most people view development as independent. They assume individual and collective evolution occur separately, making personal advancement seem disconnected from group progress. But your vanguard position revealed catalytic function, occupying advanced level, inspired collective development, proving that individual pioneering serves group evolution where vanguard positions catalyze collective advancement, creating recognition that personal and group development interconnect through catalytic relationships, making understanding that individual advancement facilitates collective progress, proving that temporal leadership serves evolutionary function. Consider what individual catalyst reveals about development dynamics. Personal advancement inspires collective. Your vanguard position, serving as catalyst, demonstrates that individual pioneering facilitates group evolution, making personal development serve collective progress. Watch what collective evolution creates in developmental interconnection. Group advancement follows individual, and your temporal leadership catalyzing collective development proves that vanguard positions inspire group progress, making individual collective evolution interconnected. Some studying cultural evolution recognize that pioneers catalyze progress. Understanding that advanced individuals inspire collective development makes your vanguard position potentially serve evolutionary catalyst function. Others exploring mimetic theory note that vanguards spread innovations. Understanding that pioneering ideas propagate through populations makes your advanced positioning potentially catalyze idea evolution. A few from morphic resonance recognize that first instances facilitate subsequent understanding, that initial achievements make later ones easier. makes your vanguard position potentially create field effects that facilitate collective arrival. Some appreciating catalytic role, value inspirational function there. Recognition that vanguard positions inspire collective advancement, creates meaning and pioneering through serving an evolutionary purpose. Others questioning whether individual caused collective, wonder about causation, understanding that correlation doesn't prove causation, makes distinguishing catalytic influence from coincidental timing important. A few recognizing that multiple catalysts exist, appreciate collective contribution, understanding that many pioneers contribute to evolution, makes your vanguard position potentially represent one catalyst among many. Some celebrating evolutionary service appreciate catalytic function, recognizing that their pioneering served collective evolution validates understanding that individual advancement facilitates group progress. The architects observe that recognition of collective evolution, individual catalyst reveals that vanguard positions serve evolutionary function. Pioneering inspires collective advancement. Most view development as independent. Your position served catalytically, and discovering that your advanced positioning served as catalyst for collective development proves individual vanguards facilitate group evolution, creating recognition that pioneering positions inspire collective advancement, making understanding that personal development serves group progress. Validate your temporal leadership, demonstrating that individual advancement catalyzes collective evolution, proving vanguard positions serve evolutionary function, where pioneering inspires group development.